Hello and welcome back. If you don't know us on social media, something happened. I'm Liz, if you don't know.
I'm Trent.
My fiance.
Yeah.
Wow. We did it. I posted like a couple pictures on Instagram stories of our proposal story and how it happened and everything. And I was like, hey, does anybody have any questions? Think we would get like one or two? I got 21. So we are compiling them into this video for your viewing pleasure. I have seen these questions. He has not, so
Nope.
we're gonna get through it. No one likes a long intro. Here we go. Number 1, overall story.
Overall story.
Overall story.
Okay, I'll do my end.
Okay.
And then you can follow up.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know how long it was before the actual moment that we started planning for it. It's been like a running thing for 2 years.
Yeah, we've been talking about it for a long time.
So, long time coming. Basically, a good 2 to 3 weeks before the 4th of July is when we really started hammering out the plan of trying to get the day off for her on the 5th, trying to make sure that I could get it off because, for those of you who don't know, I work wildland fire and it's the summer. So I don't ever really know if I'm going to be able to get stuff off until like the week before. Boss gave me the okay and I ran with it, basically. Started talking with Liz's mom and my sisters-in-law, a bunch of people, just to organize everything and get it going. So yeah, I got off work on the 4th. She was already up at Sealy. So I drove up, I drove to her mom's house, Angie's house, and ultimately got the ring, put it in my pocket.
Yeah.
Kind of ran through my general plan with Angie, and then we caravanned together to Sealy. And then that's when we broke off because I had to get keys for the camper that we were going to stay in that night. And
Because for those of you not from Montana, Sealy is like an hour away from where we live.
Yeah.
So 4th of July was a Tuesday. We got engaged on 4th of July. We didn't say that either. So it's the 7th now, 3 days ago. And so it was a Tuesday. I had Tuesday off as a paid holiday at work, but not any other days of the week. So it was like kind of complicated trying to figure out how to get back to town. I thought I had to go to work the next day.
Mm-hmm.
So it was stressful on that end of things. But you got the keys for the camper.
Yeah, got the keys for the camper finally. And at that point, I finally called you back because I was running around in Dad's side by side.
Which worked out because I just thought you didn't have service.
Yeah, finally called her, and it was probably 6 at that point.
Yeah, because we said we would meet in an hour.
We would meet in an hour at Lindy's, so I just kind of hung out with my dad and stepmom and got food with them because they were up there because they have the food truck.
They were just conveniently there. Like,
yeah.
They weren't even like invited to come up by him. Like
they
were just there.
Yeah, they were there and just so happened to be there for the moment, which was nice.
Yeah.
So we met at Lindy's and listened to the 406 cover band for 3 hours. And obviously, like, I knew what was going to happen the whole time. She didn't.
I had no clue.
And not everyone around us, but the people close to us around us knew what was going on. So I was nervous as hell the whole time, trying to keep my cool. You were just kind of confused because people kept disappearing and
I was just
showing
like
back
hanging out, you know? Like,
yeah.
We had a spot on a picnic blanket on this big grassy field, and I was like hanging out.
Mm-hmm.
Did I really necessarily care to stay that late to watch fireworks? Like, no. But, like, other people seemed excited about it, so I was like, cool, this is what we're doing.
Yeah.
I mean, it went pretty fast, I guess.
Hindsight now.
Yeah.
It went by pretty quick.
Yeah.
We
were there a long time.
Or in the moment, it was slow. Eventually, the band stopped playing. They were setting up fireworks. Sun went down. We started getting cold.
It was cold.
So, and I was already super anxious, especially, like, at that 15 minutes before the show because I knew it was going to happen soon. Plus I was cold, so I was shaking really bad trying to hide it. Fireworks started and 2 fireworks in, I leaned over to Liz and I was like, hey, there's a reason, your mom, my dad, everyone's like around us tonight. What else did I?
You said everything you've been told about tomorrow is a lie.
Yep. I was like, everything you've been told is a lie.
We're staying here tonight.
I have a campground at Big Larch. You don't have to work tomorrow. Yeah, I just kind of laid it all out, and then I was like, do you want to know why? I'll let you take over from here, because this is when
I was like, the only way I could think to answer it was like, I guess. Like, you're obviously like leading up to something, and I'm not gonna say no. You didn't say anything after that, did you?
I said, do you want to know why? You said, I guess.
You said, then I'm gonna need you.
Well, yeah, I need you to stand up.
I need you to stand up. So he like got me to stand up, because we were both sitting on the ground.
Yeah.
And he got me to stand up, and then that's when people like started realizing what was happening, because it was dark, but my best friend Bree was behind us taking pictures, so like the flash was going off and people could see what was happening, so like people started cheering then.
You're gonna edit this, right?
Yeah.
Cut to the video that from Angie, Liz's mom.
So you can kind of see what's going on, and then didn't say anything other than that. I immediately burst into tears, and I think it was just like the shock of it. Because I didn't ever think that I would cry. I didn't think I was going to be like an emotional, sappy person like that.
I thought I was going to cry.
You think?
But I didn't go into like sappy things like I thought I was going to do.
Yeah, he didn't say like anything nice.
Look, I've said plenty of nice things, okay? In my head, I had been waiting for this for so long. I mean, ever since I met her in 2019, and, I envisioned this moment. In my head, I was like, you know what? I'm not waiting any longer. Like, stand up. I got on a knee and
almost fell.
And there was a little depression in the ground that
I didn't notice.
I wasn't ready for.
I didn't notice that. I started crying, and then I think you just asked.
Yeah, I got on a knee.
Yeah.
I struggled to get this box out of my pocket. For
it's elongated. It's not a regular box.
Yeah, which I thought would like help, being conspicuous in the long run, but it has a light.
There's a light in it.
And it was dark, so it worked out.
And then he asked, "Will you marry me?" I think I nodded.
I'm pretty sure you nodded and said, "Of course."
Of course.
And then at that point, I blacked out.
And then we hugged and people were cheering. And then I immediately sat back down and I was like, I don't want to block other people's view, because like people were sitting behind us. But I cried a lot and then immediately asked if my friend Marissa knew, because question number 2 is, did you have any feeling it was coming? And like the short answer, no, but there was like a couple things that were a little out of the ordinary that like almost led me to think it was happening. But I wasn't like convinced it was happening. Yeah. Like I was like, I maybe have a feeling, but I'm not quite sure or whatever. And one of those, like the main reason was the weekend prior, I was in Spokane with my mom and future mother-in-law and sister-in-laws. And every time I brought up like 4th of July plans, my mom would be like overly enthusiastic about them. Like she'd be like, oh, it's going to be so fun. It's going to work out. Like you're going to have a great day, which is really nice of her to say. But like she doesn't normally do that. She's always like, oh, cool. Like, and so I was like, okay, like something's probably happening on the 4th. And so because of that, I had spent the morning with my friend Marissa in Sealy, and I was telling her how I had this very small feeling that it was going to happen. And she, of course, knew about the whole thing. Mm-hmm. And so she like really acted like she didn't, like to the point where I thought she didn't know, because like she did such a good job diverting me. Mm-hmm. So that was my first question, is like then I started laughing thinking about Marissa and the whole morning, because I talked to her about it for like an hour, like earlier that day. So that was like my big clue. The other clue is that my mom was like really into me getting my nails done, which I never do. Like I'm not a get my nails done type of person.
Well, and I knew that was going to be a big problem because you aren't a get your nails done type person. But we talked about it and we were just like, whatever.
Yeah, so she got...
Well, you had scheduled the nail appointment even before I told her that I wanted to do it on the 4th.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Okay. So
yeah, it was already a thing. But...
Mom came to me and she was like, hey, let's get our nails done before we go on this trip to Spokane. That was 2 days before he was going to propose. But I guess she didn't know that then. So I just thought we were getting our nails done for the girls' trip. But obviously it lined up and it worked out well. So that was that. And then... the other thing that kind of clued me into what was happening is that my friend Bree, who was with us, had to be at work really early the next day, and she kept saying she was going to stay for the fireworks, and I was like, why? Like, you don't have to. You have to be at work early. You have to drive home late at night. Like, you don't have to stay. But she was like, no, it sounds fun. And I was like, that's really unlike her. Yeah. So that was the other thing. But those were the only clues that like kind of made me like raise a flag.
I tried to do a very good job of making it a surprise, because that's ultimately what she asked for, you know?
Yeah, we'll get to that later. That's another question.
Okay.
Genuinely, no, I didn't. I wasn't like convinced it was happening. I wasn't like, oh, I'm gonna wear this because I'm getting engaged today. Like, I had no idea, which was great. Ring details.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know super duper specifics.
Yeah.
Because I had, help designing and picking it out and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah.
By people far smarter than me. But basically there was another option for a ring, but it wasn't exactly what she wanted. Ever since we've been dating, she has, shown me examples of what she really wanted. So we had one custom made and, fit it exactly to what she's been asking for. Really, the detail I can give you. I mean, it's a pear shape with accents on the sides.
And it's gold.
Which is what she wanted.
I don't know like the size or anything because like it doesn't matter.
I don't.
I'm sure they'll tell us when we go get it insured.
Yeah, that's what I got for you for specifics.
It's great and I love it and I couldn't ask for anything better. I love it so much. My favorite part is when you look down the side, you can see the little point at the bottom of the diamond.
Oh.
And I like that. It's great. I love it. Have you thought about timeline? Do you have a date in mind?
Kinda, sorta. What was it? October
12th.
Yeah, October 12th of 2024.
Which gives us about, that's 15 months? Which is like a standard timeline.
Yeah.
I think that people wait is like a year and a half. So
yeah, and it works for me too because it's kind of when the fires are slowing down and I can actually take that time without feeling bad.
And I've always wanted a dress with sleeves, I think. So I need it to be a little bit cooler.
Yeah, and
so I don't sweat.
Yeah, and I sweat pretty bad too. So I'd like, if I could wear a 3-piece suit without sweating, that's just another plus. Because I'm gonna wear a 3-piece either way. So.
Yeah, and that's like the tail end of Montana season. Usually October is the last month that venues will book through. Like the big peak season of like our guests and stuff. This will be like one of the last that they have to go to. So people hopefully won't be as stressed about it.
Yeah.
But I think October is going to be a good timeline for us and what we do because summer is our busy season.
Yeah.
5, are you planning on taking Trent's last name? I think so. I've always thought that I would just because I have a brother and he can quote unquote carry our name on. Very recently I've gotten a little sentimental about my last name, but I don't think it's anything to like stop me from changing it. I don't think I would like hyphenating or anything because Dellinger's so long. I think I've always just wanted to do that, so I don't think anything would happen to have me not do that. 6, where do you want to honeymoon? We've like very briefly talked about this.
Yeah, I mean, I think it would be cool to do a Disney cruise just because, I mean, the Disney aspect would be cool for her. I've never really done anything like that, so I think it'd be cool just to get like a nice room.
Splurge a little bit.
Yeah. Live lavish for a couple days and then come back to reality.
There's a couple options with that if you're not familiar. The one that we're leaning towards is the tropical one. So like Jamaica, Caribbean, Bahamas. The main reason I want to do it is I want to visit Disney's Island. The only way you can do that is on one of their cruises. So that's what we're leaning towards. There's also one that takes you all through Europe, which would be cool because like when else are we going to be able to do that? Yeah. So that's an option. Haven't really talked about it that much, but
haven't talked about it much.
That's the instinct. 7, did you pick out your ring or did you go ring shopping?
Both.
Yeah. So
yeah, we
didn't go shopping together.
Yeah, no.
I went shopping with my mom just to like try on different shapes and make sure that the ones that I liked pictures of actually looked good on my hand, but they did. And I always knew that I wanted a pear or an oval. A pear because it reminds me of Rapunzel's tiara because that's like a little nod that's not crazy cringy.
Yeah.
But we didn't go together. But I wasn't like, this is the specific one I want.
Well, and the cool thing about the internet now is that you can look up exactly what you want and then send a screenshot to your significant other and be like, hey, this is what I want.
Yeah. But like I wasn't like, this is the exact one. I was like, these are things that I like, aspects that I like.
And I think we added all of the aspects into one. I honestly, like when I don't know if there's any questions on here about my reaction to the ring, but when I first saw it, I mean, my hands started shaking. It was like a really cool moment. Just because I knew that it was perfect for her.
I love it. It's so cute. Did Trent ask your dad beforehand?
Yes. I went golfing, played the worst round of golf of my life. We got paired up with 2 other people, so I wasn't able to do it while we were golfing like I guess I had always envisioned. So I tried to do it in the parking lot, and he was like, well, let's go get some food. And yeah, we talked for, I don't know, hour and a half about the whole situation, and he asked me a couple questions. I asked him a couple questions. Had a nice discussion, and
which I think that it's not like a can I have your daughter's hand? Like it's not like a permission thing. It was just like the expectations were laid out a little bit, I think.
Well, and I honestly was just like, is this okay with you? Do you have any concerns?
Yeah. But I just like to say, nobody owns me, and they never will. We're over that. How far are you into wedding planning?
Pretty far. I mean, we don't have we need to get a date and a venue lined out, and then hammer out vendors, and then we're basically done, because all of like the other legwork and research and stuff has been done by her.
Yeah. So, like I said, this has been coming for a long time. I don't want to say everything's planned, because like nothing's booked, nothing's set in stone yet. But the research of like, if we go with this venue, here's our vendors that are close by and what they can offer, blah, blah, blah. So like everything's researched, but nothing's actually booked and done for. But like I do have like a vibe and stuff that I like that we will get into in a second. 10, how long have you been together?
So we dated briefly in 2019, the summer of 2019. And then got back together on my birthday, September 19th, 21.
So technically, we are in our like second bout of dating.
But the first one was like a month.
If that,
month and some change.
Yeah. So we're just about to hit 2 years in 2 months. 11. Did you know how long he had the ring before proposing? No, I had no fucking clue. Because it wasn't here.
Maybe a week. Like I said, I've been waiting a long time for this. So when I knew we were going to get it and it was done before the 4th, I was like, cool, let's do it.
Mom said you ordered it June 1st, but I didn't know that they ordered it. Like, I had no clue. Yeah. And it was never in our house, which is smart because I do the laundry. So if you like left it in a pocket or something.
Yeah, well, because like I don't really have any like necessarily like hiding spots.
Yeah.
Like all the nooks and crannies are where my clothes and other stuff goes. So.
Oh, and I like clean random things all the time.
Yeah.
So like I would have found it. This one I like. Do you feel any different or / more secure in your relationship now?
I mean, definitely different. I don't know about security.
Yeah.
I've felt secure for a while. Mm-hmm. So yeah, I mean, I feel a little different.
Same.
For the fact that I know now that I don't have to worry about proposing anymore. If that makes sense. Like not that it's done. Like not that it was like a bad thing, but it's done. I don't have to plan. I don't have to worry about, messing up stuff.
I think it's like, it kind of hit me last night that like you feel really adult, and it feels weird that like someone is definitely going to be with you the rest of your life. Like it feels different in like, okay, yeah, I have a partner forever now. Mm. Because when you're dating, it can feel like that, but it definitely does feel a little bit more like legit to me.
Yeah, I guess that goes with the security thing.
Yeah.
Like it just, I don't know, I guess, and for both of us, we can look at the ring and be like, yeah.
We're good.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's nice, and it's kind of a wake-up call to realize that someone cares about you that much. Mm. Like, you can feel that while you're dating, but I think it's just like a step up. 13, was he acting nervous throughout the day? No.
Really?
I don't think so.
Oh, gosh.
The only thing I noticed was he was not on his phone, like, at all. Like, normally he's, like, scrolling or playing balloons or something.
It's because I didn't want her to see messages if anyone had texted me for, whatever reason. Like, Bree, the photographer, was texting me a little bit, just about like, hey, I'm putting the camera behind your dad or whatever. Mm-hmm. And I didn't want her to catch on. Catch on anything. So I kind of kept my phone down.
Yeah, that was the only thing.
I mean, like I said, I felt nervous, but I suppose, and I told you this, through my job, I might just have it down to make it seem like I'm cool, calm, collected.
Yeah, like under pressure.
If I'm not.
I didn't notice anything weird about what he was acting. 14, any foods or desserts you specifically want at your wedding?
I want breakfast food, dude.
My mom thinks we're crazy, but we both want to do breakfast for dinner.
Honestly, if I can make like a fat breakfast burrito exactly how I want it,
eggs
for the dinner at my wedding,
that'd be dope.
That's all I want. Like if I can just dig into a giant burrito that like big enough that you have to put it on the plate to eat it.
Okay.
That's what I want.
Yeah, we both want to do that. I think I would want to do like a chicken and waffles.
Yeah, but I think we want very different things, but breakfast is easy to do a big spread.
Yeah.
Of a whole bunch.
And
of
we both
stuff.
think it's like unique, like we haven't seen it before.
Yeah, I've never seen that, and it's just easy.
Yeah. For
Sausage.
Dessert, like
Hash
neither of us care about cake. Like we might have a little one to cut, but like I would rather just have a really good chocolate chip cookie or like a brownie or something.
If I can have a chocolate chip cookie brownie with a nice glass of milk, I'm thriving. I'm
not going to spend a bunch of money on cake. 15, are you planning on making any wedding planning content? Probably, just because I want to have it, but like I don't care if people watch it or not. Like I'm not going to promote it or anything. I just like if when I go wedding dress shopping, I'm going to film it just so I can like look back on that. Yeah. And like I do have clips for all the venues we've toured so far, so we'll have to make a video on that and like pros and cons with that kind of stuff, just because I want to have those memories. I really don't care if anybody else watches it, but I will post it if you want. Did you give Trent any ideas or rules for your ideal proposal?
Kinda. She wanted to be surprised.
That was like the only thing.
And you wanted your family there either for the moment or like after.
Yeah.
So the way I tried to do that was we had a party at my mom's house the day after.
The next day. But my mom was there.
During the thing. Yeah, well, I guess that I could have put that in the overall story. Mm-hmm. She wasn't going to come up until, I think on the 2nd is when she decided or something like that, because
she got someone to watch the dog.
Yeah, and we knew that was around the time that you got called to set. So you were under the impression that you had to be there early, and we know you, and we knew that you were not going to be happy that you had to wake up early on the night that fireworks started at 10:30.
Bree told me that I had to go to work on Wednesday. It was a lie, but it came from Chris, actually. It came from my boss. Oh. My boss didn't want me to feel bad about not being in the office unexpectedly. Oh. Which was nice, but
really sweet,
he told Tyson that he wanted to like torture me a little bit. So I'm the office manager basically, and they wanted to set me up so that if I was gone out of the office unexpectedly, there was a reason why. So they wanted me to go to set and take still photos, which I've been doing about once a week the past couple weeks. So it made sense, but set is half an hour, 45 minutes away from Missoula in the opposite direction of where we were for the 4th. So fireworks didn't start in Sealy until 10:30. Yeah. They're also doing 1-lane road construction to get in and out of Sealy, and we weren't going to get home until 1 in the morning probably. And then I had to be on set at 7 a.m. So I was pissed. I was like
telling anybody who
I complained all day thinking that like I was going to be exhausted at set, but I had been specifically asked because they were filming this big scene and they wanted like production stills of it. I totally bought it.
It was all a lie.
It was all a lie.
All
okay,
right.
That camera battery died, I think, or something. But
anyway, I think we covered.
Yeah. The main thing was that I wanted to be surprised.
Yeah. That's what the question
That's what the question was.
Yeah.
But I wasn't like, it has to be here. No one can be around. I want to be wearing this. Like, it wasn't.
Yeah. When you were going to put leggings over your shorts, your denim shorts.
I wasn't going to put them over them, but.
I know, but in my head, I was like, if she's going to stay like that this picture's going to be so ridiculous.
Yeah, so it got cold and I had denim shorts on, and then I brought leggings that I could change into, but there was no bathrooms, only porta potties. And so I was like, I either have to change my pants in a porta potty, or I just like put them over and pulled them up to my jeans so I could stay warm, but it just wasn't working.
And then she looked at me and was like, should I just bite the bullet and go into the porta potty? I was like, yeah, you should go into the porta potty change.
It was hard. It was an Olympic sport, but I made it work. Did where he proposed have any significance to you before?
I mean, a little bit. We had a lake trip in 2020 when I was back visiting from Nevada.
Sorry if you can hear the neighbor's dog.
Yeah. We had a trip there. We had a really good time. For me personally, I grew up watching the fireworks at Lindy's. You know, some other significant things have happened there. So for me, it really meant a lot to do it there. I mean, I grew up on that lake. I mean,
I've gone a couple times. I'm just a lake person.
I just like. She loves bodies of water.
I just like being around water. So like
Yeah.
that specific lake doesn't have like a ton of sentimental things, but I've gone a couple times.
All right, we're back.
I've gone a couple times throughout my childhood. So 18 wedding band ideas. I don't know what I want. We'll have to go try some stuff on.
Yeah. Wedding band for you or for both of us?
Both of us.
Oh, yeah. I'll probably get some silicone ones just because I work with my hands a lot. I don't want to lose something nice. I will get like a nicer one just to wear out. I want it to have like some sort of wood incorporated as well as gold to match mine.
It's a pair, so it's like going to be easy to fit stuff underneath. But
well, and we have multiple pictures of examples that we can go off of
really?
on that. Yeah, because a lot of the ones that at least I saved early on in our relationship have know, bands that go with them. So
yeah,
we'll figure it out.
Yeah, I'm not picky. Does Trent want to be involved in wedding planning?
I have told her that the only things that I want to dictate are what me and my guys wear, and I guess what couple songs that I wanted to dictate. But other than that, I have at it, send it. I know it's going to be tasteful and not super duper over the top, just enough to be to our liking, which I think we have both. We both like attention, but don't necessarily seek it out. Yeah. Like when it happens, it's like, oh, heck yeah, like I like this, but yeah, I'm not one to be super excited to go in front of a bunch of people, but if I have to, I'm comfy doing it. Especially with what the guys are gonna wear, I'll like oversee it because he is colorblind. So like, I'll make sure like the shades match, but I don't really care what the guys wear. Whatever's gonna be comfortable, you can pick that. Vendors each of you would like to splurge on. We've kind of talked about this. Yeah, I mean, video really is my big one. Yeah, just video because I know how much memories mean to her, and I know. I mean, me personally, I'd probably rewatch that a bunch. It's gonna be a really cool day. Yeah. On it, like just from what I know right now, like who's gonna be there. The stuff that we've agreed upon. I know that. Not just for us, but for everyone, it's going to be a freaking party. Yeah, it's going to be fun. And for me, I think my top 3 would be photo, video, and then DJ. Like maybe venue. If you don't know, I also film weddings. So like I've been to hundreds of weddings over the past couple of years. And I know that a good DJ or MC like makes or breaks it. Yeah. So that's a big one for me. I have one in mind. I've worked with him a couple times and he's great. So hopefully that works out. But yeah, photo, video, and DJ are like my top 2. Last one, the theme/vibe that you want for your wedding. I know that she has used the term forest fairy, which she has shown me pictures of that vibe, I guess. And I love it. Yeah. I'm a big fan of trees and just a bunch of green. Yeah, I spend the majority of my time in the woods, and I would love to have the greatest moment of my life in the woods. That would, that'd be great. Yeah, the theme I'm thinking is like very natural and very like wildflowery. I don't want super like glam things, but I also don't want like the rustic barn thing that's so 2016. Yeah. So I want lots of like natural florals. Color palette's going to be mostly green, with like a couple of warm tones like oranges, peach, yellow. I'm planning on the bridesmaids being in green, different shades of green, and like mismatching that. So yeah, I'll most likely be in black or green suit if I can find like a nice tasteful one. I can put up some Pinterest board pictures of what I'm thinking, but yeah, I don't need it to be like super over the top. I don't need a chandelier or anything sparkly. Like I want to be chill, pretty but chill. Yeah. If you have any other questions, hit me up. Do a part 2 if needed. Okay, thanks. Bye. Bye.